and you have a character, whoever they are, down here. What you're creating by all this space is expectation. The audience expects something. They don't know what, but you immediately have created expectation. And when you create expectation, you create want. The audience wants something. And when you can get somebody to want something, now you've got something to work with. And you've got a car that's moving, and you can steer that. It's tough when you don't really have that, that intensity, that's something that's got to click. When I was working on Little Mermaid, there's this moment in part of your world where Ariel swims up to the top of the to the water level there, and as I was animating that, I was feeling this spatial environment that you're animating in. It's not a flat piece of paper, like I was saying. It's a real world that you're living in. I'll just show you this one little clip here. This is my pencil test. She breaks the plane there.
Wish I could be part of that world.
So when Ariel is reaching out and she goes beyond the level of the paper and actually reaches to the audience. When I was doing that, I didn't want her to do that. It felt like, this is so cheesy, reaching straight for the audience. And I'm a 33-year-old guy animating this Little Mermaid, and like everybody's gonna know I'm just sentimental sap. I couldn't stop her, she did it anyway. And years later, I was at Cal Arts and I was speaking, and one of the students came up and said, Mr. Keane, there's this moment in Little Mermaid, I've got to tell you, I saw it when I was 4 years old. It's where Ariel reaches out, and you probably don't remember it, but it's where she reaches out to the audience, and I was like, yeah, I remember that. Well, I was only 4, but when that came on, I stood up in the middle of the movie theater and reached out and to take Ariel's hand to pull her so she could be part of my world, because that's what she wanted. She just wanted somebody to take her out of there. I said, thank you, I could kiss you. It was so satisfying to know that you are actually connecting with people, that they are feeling what you're feeling just by the designs and using the space around you can actually have a big impact. Like in Duet, there's this moment where Mia is jumping, and I'm just using space here, and she's this little form up there. And so I've created almost like a magnetic power down here. She's gonna move down that way. And so then, from there, she's going to intersect into this other area, and it's very simple, even though it's a lot of rocks and everything. Basically, it's a curve, and she steps over that, and now we've got space, and she is intersecting into a new space. And then as she hits the water, now there's a major change, and you need a big explosion. You don't change total environments without some kind of an impact. And then from there, she's got these bubbles, and the bubbles are telling you where she's been. So it's not just telling you where a character's been, it's also In the next movement, it's telling you with the fish where she's going, like an arrow. They're pointing ahead of her as she's swimming. And then the world starts changing again, and you get this squeezing, something is happening. Her world is about to change, and it's signaled by her lines getting squeezed around her. And, this is Disney animation, even though I wasn't for Google, but it's still, you can't take the Disney out of me. And there's a little fish that's a friend swimming there, and oh no, unfortunately now the fish is going to die. But that's okay, because this is animation, I'll just turn it into a bird. And the bird flies up and hides up in the branches. As designers, you do have freedom to do just about anything you want to solve your problem.
Right, and I know what I learned when I was observing you with these transitions from scene to scene is the connected thread in all of it. It's like every scene was setting up what was happening next. There was logic to everything around it. And even the aerial example, I love the depth to that. It's like we break this Z space and we're truly trying to reach out and captivate our audience.